Have you ever considered how the profound concept of universal human rights, something we often consider fundamental today, actually came to be? It is a fascinating journey that spans centuries and continents. The evolution of universal human rights was shaped by a complex interplay of philosophical ideas, historical events, legal innovations, and sustained advocacy by individuals and groups. It was not a sudden invention, but a gradual process of recognizing and codifying inherent human dignity and entitlement across diverse cultures and legal systems. At its core, this evolution was driven by humanity's increasing understanding of intrinsic moral worth and the need to protect individuals from arbitrary power. Early philosophical traditions, from ancient Stoicism to religious texts like the Magna Carta, introduced ideas of natural law or inherent moral obligations that transcended rulers. Later, during the Enlightenment, thinkers like Jean-Jacques and Jean-Jacques Rousseau articulated the concept of natural rights, suggesting that all individuals possess certain entitlements simply by being human, such as the rights to life, liberty, and property. These ideas formed the theoretical bedrock, shifting focus from duties to inherent individual claims. Moving from theory to practice, this understanding translated into pivotal declarations that began to codify these rights. The American Declaration of Independence in 1776 and the French Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen in 1789 were groundbreaking, formally asserting rights as universal and inalienable. However, their universality was initially limited, often excluding women, enslaved people, and those without property. This highlighted the continuous struggle required to expand the scope of who was included in the definition of a rights holder. The most significant catalyst for truly universal human rights was the aftermath of the two world wars. The horrific atrocities committed during these conflicts, especially the Holocaust, shocked the international community into recognizing the catastrophic consequences of unchecked state power and the absence of international protections. This led directly to the establishment of the United Nations in 1945 and the subsequent drafting of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. This landmark document, adopted by the United Nations General Assembly, was revolutionary because it was the first global articulation of fundamental human rights, representing a common standard of achievement for all peoples and all nations. Furthermore, the ongoing work of international organizations, the development of international human rights law through treaties and conventions, and the tireless efforts of non-governmental organizations continue to shape and reinforce these rights. They highlight new areas where protections are needed, such as environmental rights or digital rights, and work to ensure accountability for violations. This dynamic process demonstrates that the concept is not static, but continuously adapted to contemporary challenges. Ultimately, the journey of universal human rights is a testament to humanity's collective aspiration for a more just and equitable world. It represents a continuous global effort to affirm the inherent dignity of every person, providing both a moral compass and a legal framework for protecting individual freedoms and fostering peaceful coexistence.